Okay, guys, we are live here on the TikTok and we're live on YouTube. Welcome in. Hello. Thanks for tuning into the stream. Good to see a few of you guys jumping in. I see a few of my buddies here in the chat as well. I got to let some folks in. Boom. There we are. There you are, my brother. Good to see you. I don't think I can hear you. Can you hear me? Let's see. Hopefully. Oh, you know what? Can you hear me now? Looks like my mic wasn't plugged in all the way. Hello. Good to see folks in. What's up? What's up?
Okay, how's
Everyone.
this?
There it is.
All
I
right.
can hear you now, man. I can hear you. What's good?
Oh.
Xanatos.
What's going on?
Xanatos 1138. Good to see you back, buddy. I take it you got my email, right? So I'm sure everyone else should. I like to just hop on a little early, come hang out and chat before we get straight into the big stream and chat for the day. But how you doing, man?
Pretty good. I actually watched this episode twice because I watched it the first time last night, really, really late, really tired.
Yeah.
It's like, I think I missed some stuff. I'm gonna watch it again this morning, and yeah, it was really good.
Did you host or like attend a watch party?
I usually go to the Bad Batch support group on TikTok with
Okay.
Mara J. Skywalker and Camilla.
Okay.
And I mean, it's a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun people.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. I didn't know that was a thing that we have that on TikTok. So I'll definitely have to check that out. Hello, what's up, guys? Joining in on TikTok. Hello. We're early here on the stream. We'll have some other folks, friends from TikTok, trickling in here soon. But me and my boy Xanatos 1138, right? Did I say that right? Yeah. We're here early as usual, just hanging out. I'm trying to think what other Star Wars news besides Bad Batch before we get into it. I mean, I did a stream a few days ago talking about like Obi-Wan, talking about, kind of the delay with the Mandalorian. So nothing too heavy, I guess, to talk about other than like comics and maybe like a few books. I guess we could add in there, but I don't know. Any other news you know of?
They mentioned something about Visions, but only that they're going to have a conference, I think, in July about it, but nothing concrete about the show itself.
Yeah, and I know there's like a novel, like a pre-novel that's going with Visions too, which I'm a huge Star Wars book reader as well, so I'm like debating on maybe getting that too. So we'll see. But yeah, I'm excited for Visions too, and you guys should be as well, because if you're an anime fan, which I've been getting asked that a lot like crazy, if you guys are into anime and you love Star Wars, I think this is definitely going to be like that thing that, it's kind of the best of both worlds, essentially. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see what we got in the chats. Sophie and Dawit, where is Erica? What? Oh, you talking about Aaron? It's possible that some of them are just. Oh no, they're not here yet. They should be coming soon. They'll be coming soon. But Aaron and my boy Nico and Chris, yeah, they'll be popping into the chat here soon. Bro, I love your vids and talk. Thank you so much. Something Ultimate YT, what's up, man? And hello to all the folks tuning in, both on TikTok and YouTube. Yeah, so Xanatos, I think I only watched it once. It was so funny. So like my daughter, she was up like, I don't know why, so much throughout the night. So like, after I get up like twice throughout the night, all right, I'm like, that's it. You disturbed my sleep more than once. Can't sleep, dagnabbit. So I'm up. So, the third time I got up, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to stay up. I'm going to watch the Bad Batch in peace. Wife is asleep. Daughter is in bed. I get the TV to myself. It's a good life.
Yeah.
So that's what I did at like 5 o'clock in the morning. I got up and I watched, and I feel like I retained most of it. I probably will. Usually I'm the same way like you. I tend to watch it twice, and I'm surprised that I didn't, this morning. I've just literally been watching kid shows, keeping her entertained before the live. So that's my life. But There is a lot to talk about, so I can't wait till the full group gets in. So we're definitely going to go in on this one, man. Any other thoughts on? Are you reading any Star Wars books? Are you a book reader?
I am. Because I haven't really given a whole lot of time to reading lately, I have just been trying to do audiobooks.
Yeah. Yep.
And I tried reading Light of the Jedi.
Yeah.
And I mean, everyone loves it. I'm so bored by it.
It can be a hit or miss. Yeah.
And
yeah.
so I looked up a summary for the end of that one to move on to the next one, and I haven't really dove too far into that one yet. But I just,
gotcha.
I want to like the High Republic, but it's not grabbing me.
I will say this, man, I'm digging it. I read this one, paperback, obviously. And then the second one, which was, I think, Into the Dark, I did audiobook for that one as well. Just because of timing. It was just kind of like, because I'm in such a book hole as it is. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try the audio thing. And it was kind of nice because if you're driving somewhere, whatever, late at night, whatever, put headphones in, I can just listen to it. And it was kind of nice to get through it that way as well. I feel like for this one, it was and I understand what you're saying because I enjoyed it, but I understand what you're saying because this one is definitely more of like setup for, hey, this is the High Republic. Let me kind of introduce you to characters. Let me introduce you to the problem and sort of like the villains and whatnot into this part of the galaxy during this time. So doing so much setup and introducing like a whole new, time frame, I can get how it's like, it's a hit or miss type of thing for sure. So I totally understand that, man. Isn't there another one that's supposed to be coming out soon?
Very soon. Yeah.
Yeah, I probably will do audiobook for that one as well. The comics are pretty cool. I'm just, I'm subscribed to like the High Republic comics and the War of the Bounty Hunters, which are great, but I don't understand when they release. I feel like it must not be like, how usually it's a Wednesday release for most comic books. I haven't gotten any charges for any of those in like a while. It's like maybe every other month or something like that. So they must not be coming out as consistently. Unless some of you guys know, let me know. But I don't know. I've only like reviewed a couple and one issue for War of the Bounty Hunters, which is really great. War of the Bounty Hunters is it's a Boba Fett kind of centric story that's taking place during definitely the time frame of Empire Strikes Back, where he has Han Solo and Carbonite, but all these other bounty hunters, they know that's a high priority bounty, and he gets stolen, and it's crazy. It gets really crazy. So that story is pretty enjoyable.
I heard about that.
Yeah. So other than that, but then I don't know when the other issues are coming out. I'm like, what is happening? So we shall see. How are you guys? We're doing good, man. Thanks for asking, Sarif. We're doing really good. We're always early, so I'm waiting on everyone else to jump in the chat. And today we are talking about the Bad Batch, Star Wars: The Bad Batch, Episode 8, right? Isn't it 8? I'm like, I can't count anymore, man. I'm just here for the ride. I'm enjoying the ride. I don't care about the numbers. But yeah, it is Episode 8 and the reunion. So we're going to get into that very soon once all of our other friends join us in the chat. Let's see. Me, or Mandalorian? What does that mean? You're asking me or the Mandalorian? What do you mean by that? So yeah, guys, we're excited to jump into the conversation. Other than that, man, what else did I do this morning? So Xanatos, the way my morning goes, I don't know about you on TikTok, but for me, I'm pretty insane. I would love to hear your your routine for like, TikTok daily. So like for me, I wake up, I get up early, and then I film minimum like 12 videos, a day. And today was like 15 videos. So I did that, got up, filmed, went to go get gas, made breakfast, had iced coffee. It's been a great morning. It's been productive. So what is your routine like, man?
It's kind of random lately, depending on who I can duet videos with. Like if I see one, it's like, all right, I'm either going to put that in the drafts or do it right now.
Yeah.
A couple days ago, I did like 11 throughout the day.
Yeah.
And I hear TikTok doesn't like that. I'm not sure how true that is.
Yeah.
And I was like, am I shadow banned? And I got like 10 followers overnight. So I'm like, I guess not.
Yeah. Interesting.
But, yeah, I usually try and film drafts at night, especially since I'm trying to do Saber videos at night. So like it looks cool outside because it's the only place I have room to do it.
Yep.
And I'll store them, and then like when I wake up, I'll just put one out, and like progressively throughout the day, just put out the drafts I've collected.
Yeah. How many sabers do you have, by the way?
Only the one so far. I've got the dark saber toy, and I got a level up lightsaber.
Okay.
And
you and me both.
I want to get more.
Let me show you. I have the dark saber toy as well. Nico, I seen you. We do this every week. I seen Nico in the chat on TikTok. What are you doing over here? Get over here on YouTube, man. But you know what I did for mine? I don't know if you can really see it or not, but anyway, I did like a repainting of the hilt, and I also have a dark saber hilt, just the hilt alone. But I did a kind of like a repainting, showing you guys on TikTok as well. And I wanted it. I got, what was it, like gunmetal paint? That's what I used for this guy. So it's like a darker, heavier metallic, which is kind of similar to how it was in Clone Wars, if you guys remember, you know, when we seen the Darksaber there. So I was like, you know, I kind of want to go for that because this, the how it originally came, it had like a lighter plastic, you know, tint to it. But I don't know, I just did like, what did I use for this? I used like some type of covering. It may have been Mod Podge first to kind of give it like a good seal. And then I did the gunmetal paint on top of it. And it's been sturdy ever since. So yeah. I did a little customization on mine, just a little bit, but yeah, I have that one. And then, you know, I have like an old school, well, I also have this. So, you know, the Luke Skywalker cheapo Target brand, you know, lightsaber. I have this guy. And then aside from that, I have like, oh man, it's gotta be, I don't know. When did it's definitely a prequels one. I think it's from Phantom Menace. But you remember those long, big, plastic, you know, lightsabers that we had back in the day as children? I have one of those that are literally like a weapon. So I have one of those, and that's about it. Hey, I see Nico.
Hello.
Yo.
What's up, man?
I just woke up. I have work.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. I was like, I gotta be up here. I gotta be here.
I'm always messing with you. I seen you in the chat on TikTok, and I was like, Nico, what the hell are you doing over here? Get over here on YouTube, man.
Yeah,
get over here.
I was trying to load in, so I was like, okay, let me check TikTok. I was like, okay, I'm not too late.
Yeah, no, of course not. You know, we always go early anyway. So me and Xanatos was here before I was. It's great, man.
Yeah, I was waking up probably.
By the way, this is just a random question now because we were just talking about lightsabers. Do you and Xanatos like ever do any like duel, like against each other type stuff? If you
haven't done one of those in a while, I need to do one.
Yeah, please do.
I've been trying, but it's hard.
There was 20 years that I did, like when I first got the lightsaber, and then you were doing spin moves, and I just kind of waved around, said nope, and I walked off the camera.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, his spin moves, man. Like, it's pretty crazy, man. I really do hope you get hired by Disney one day. I support that. I'm all for it. I'm rooting for you, man. Yeah, that's it's definitely a technique, man, that not many people know how to do. It's pretty cool though. I know how to spin my gun though, so I got that
that's
down,
true.
man.
I do see
that's
you
about
spinning
it.
the gun.
About it, man. That's about it.
Mean gun spinner.
Thanks for the follows, my TikTok people. Hello. Your videos make me happy. Aw, thank you. I'm happy that I'm making you happy. I love all the love. We are live on the YouTube and on the TikTok. So if you want to see friends from TikTok, you want to make some new friends, you're more than welcome to come over to the YouTube channel as well and hop in the chat, especially if you guys have specific questions you want to talk about during today's show, because we're talking all about Star Wars, The Bad Batch Episode 8. And I think we're just waiting on 2 other friends to hop in. But either way, I mean, we're almost close to 12, so we'll probably get started here in a minute. And as they trickle in, you know, we'll just get started in the conversation. So, yeah, you guys are more than welcome. If you have another browser, pop it open and join us. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, Nico, how's life been, man? You just woke up. What time is it for you, by the way?
It is 2 in the afternoon.
2 in the afternoon? Okay, wow.
Yeah, I had work until 5 in the morning last night. So
Dang.
yeah, I watched the episode at work last night.
Dang, dude, you're committed. You are committed, man. I love it. Dang. Yeah, it's just now 12 o'clock p.m. for me here in Mountain Time. What about you, Xanatos? What time is it for you?
It is 2 o'clock as well.
Okay, nice. And I see. I meant to ask you this last stream. You have a green screen behind you. What else? Do you stream elsewhere? What's going on back there?
Well,
I'm nosy.
I got that actually for Twitch streaming.
Okay.
I haven't really done a whole lot of it because I don't have a lot of PC games that can hold up with my internet combined with my computer.
Oh, gotcha.
So,
okay.
But now I have it set up back there for just doing TikTok videos and like as a backdrop that isn't my boring trailer, you know.
Gotcha. Okay. No, I mean it looks professional. So I was like, man, I wonder what else. But that makes sense because I was like, it definitely has that streaming, kind of feel for sure. And I mean, this is just random updates for all of you guys. So the whole setup that you guys see here, it is going to change drastically very soon because we're in the process of buying our house. I don't know if I told you guys this before. Kind of like an old man in a young man's body. I repeat things often. So you just have to deal with old man grandpa sometimes. Old man grandpa Mando. But anyway, we're buying our house and we're like getting closer and closer to wrapping things up essentially. So now we're going to be moving eventually, and then there's going to be a whole new setup, and it's going to be freaking bonkers, man. It's literally going to be the dream setup. Boys, girls, everyone, listen to me. I have a Pinterest page where I've been saving ideas, man, and it's going to be freaking bonkers. I'm telling you, it's going to be great. So, can you make me a mod? Absolutely, Jonic. Oh yeah, Jonic is everywhere. Oh my God, he's on TikTok and on YouTube. Holy moly.
I saw Jonic earlier. Nico hasn't had any issues today. Let's go.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I know, right?
Simple, smooth, nothing.
We are smooth today, man. We're smooth sailing. Am I on the bounty list? Absolutely. I just did a video today making fun of that, where that's like literally all my comments. Am I on the bounty list? It's the guy from Fortnite. Can you bring me in cold? Can you bring me in warm? These are the things I hear every day, you guys. Sophie and Dawick, can I be a mod? Sophie, aren't you like 9 years old? I'm pretty sure she is. I think. I don't remember, man. I don't know if I could. We'll see. But you know what? Funny. I think I'm maxed out on mods on YouTube. So I have to like filter through. If there's people that aren't, showing up essentially, then we can filter through that. So it's already 2 minutes after 12. We'll go ahead and get started, you guys. It's us three for now. I'm sure Chris and Aaron, maybe they'll be jumping in. If they don't, we'll catch them next week. Nico, did you got my email, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. And I'm glad the link worked perfectly. So anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump in and start talking about the Bad Batch. By the way, I see there's a lot of people in the chat here on TikTok. We are live on YouTube. You can join me and my buddy Xanatos 1138 and Nico Skywalker. We're live streaming on YouTube as well. So come on over, make friends. If you want to join our super chat as well on YouTube and see our beautiful faces, you're more than welcome to if you want to ask all of us questions and join the chat talking about Bad Batch. So if you have another browser open, folks here on TikTok, come on over to YouTube to my channel. It's just DadaLorian, and you can see our faces and join the chat. So anyway, let's kick it off, man. I'll start off by saying I definitely love this episode. We knew stuff was definitely going to go down going into this episode because we already knew the Empire kind of got word that, Clone Force 99, they were on, isn't the planet Braca? Pretty sure that's what it's called. So they were on that planet. So we knew next episode it was like, oh, it's going to be kind of a hit and run type of situation, for the Bad Batch. Now, I want to say this because I know you guys are going to elaborate on it. And I think a lot of you guys called it, like Nico, Xanatos, Chris. I know he was one guy that was already calling this. And I wanted to believe it was somebody else. But essentially, we found out that, and spoilers, by the way, spoilers, if you haven't seen the Bad Batch, we are talking spoilers. So spoilers. but it is the Kaminoans that have hired not just one, but they have hired bounty hunters to apprehend Omega. So, and I'm just going to stop there. I'm going to let you guys take it from there. Xanatos, in general, tell me what you thought about the episode. And then after that, I want to hear from both of you guys on this bounty hunter thing, because it seems like there have been multiple bounty hunters that have been hired, because that's kind of what was emphasized in the episode. So I wonder who else we could see show up, going forward and later into episodes. So Xanatos, ultimately, what'd you think about the episode? Tell me about these bounty hunters, man.
It started off pretty chill. It was like a chill episode, and then everything hit the fan all at once.
Yeah.
I was really psyched to see Cad Bane, even though he's not like my favorite bounty hunter. I was still like, oh my god, that's Cad Bane.
Yeah, man.
And I actually caught it this morning when I rewatched it, but it looks like when when the Kaminoans are talking, it looks like Lama Su has different motivations than the other guy as far as keeping Omega away from the bounty hunters.
Yeah. Yep. No, I think you're definitely on to something with that. It's very subtle, where it's like, there's some tension there. Like, they agree with each other ultimately, like, where they know Empire's just sus. Like, at this point, they're like, there's no way in hell that we're going to continue working with them. But you're definitely onto something, and I'm glad you brought that up, because there's been these very small, subtle moments where you're like, you can still see that there's some conflict in terms of decisions that are being made, specifically with the Kaminoans, and I think that is interesting that you brought that up. And another thing, Cad Bane, man, holy shit, Cad Bane!
God.
It was great, I thought that was so cool, man. It just brought back fun Clone Wars, vibes. But ultimately, it was. I love the Western kind of showdown. You know what I mean? Like how it was. I just thought that was beautiful. So anyway, Nico, talk to us, man.
All right. So this episode was kind of like what a lot of people have been waiting on. Like Crosshair finally came back.
Yep.
I really enjoyed seeing what Crosshair would look like leading a team, because he like at the beginning he's like, well, I think I could do a better job leading you. Yeah. You kind of see how Hunter is a little bit more ingenuitive, while Crosshair is just like, you know what, easiest way to kill him, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So it's just very interesting to see that. The entire episode was kind of structured interestingly. It's like it's played almost kind of like hide and go seek, but you don't know where anyone is, and we just keep popping up at random places, which is very cool. It's a way to progress this around a Star Destroyer, and the engine scene was really cool. And I wanted Tech to go more in depth about the coding of the engines. I think I'm the only one that cared about that.
Probably, maybe just a little bit.
So I enjoyed this episode, especially the Cad Bane part. Oh god,
yeah, man,
I almost screamed out loud.
Yeah, you and me both. Yeah, it's always fun seeing Cad Bane, and I think ultimately I'm wondering, like, what happened to him. You know what I mean? And I hope this show will kind of elaborate on that. As we think. I mean, again, the universe itself is so big in Star Wars. People go off and do different things. And I think, I'm kind of going off into a tangent here, but that's even to be said for like the Mandalorian and the Grogu. And when you think about this, sequel trilogy time, it's like, it's like, hey, why don't we hear anything about them or see them? Well, again, the universe is huge. There's so many different planets. They could be off on Mandalore or whatever, doing their own thing and minding their own business. You know what I mean? And I think the same goes for like Cad Bane, where I'm wondering, like, what's kind of maybe his conclusion, or what's his whereabouts going forward. So I think it's just fun to see him back nonetheless, which I'm also debating on getting a Funko Pop. But if you've seen the prices for those, oh my god, they are ridiculous. It's like it's a pretty penny for most of them. But a cool thing I will have to say, they just did a re-release. So most of you guys already know, Nico, I know you know this, I'm a simp for Harrison Dula, and they just did a re-release of the Funko Pops for her and a couple other ones. So I would imagine maybe they're gonna do the same. Oh yes, come on now, come on man, come on now.
I can't pass up this opportunity.
Yes, right. Oh, you got one too?
No, I wish. Oh,
this live stream is full of Harrison Dula simps. Let's go.
Harrison
Nico's
Dula
like, I don't think so.
I wish. She's amazing. I love her as a pilot and everything. I did like a Star Wars Armada battle, and I picked one ghost and just kept saying, "Hair is leading the charge."
So yeah, man. But I have a pre-order of her Funko Pop that got a re-release. I think it's coming out in like August. So I'm like, damn. Hopefully, I'm still in. I don't know. We're gonna be moving into our house, so hopefully I don't miss it. But I need to figure that out. But anyway, yeah. So I don't even know where I was going with that. But talking about Cad Bane, bringing it back to him, I thought that it was just fun to see his character. And just the way that scene was filmed, man, it was really cool. I love the Western vibe. Now, another thing I want to elaborate on, and I want to hear from you guys. There, again, I think with the Kaminoans, there is a lot of subtlety in kind of the way they operate and say certain things. And I think that's purposeful because number one, I think obviously they have their agenda. And this is one thing I want us to talk about specifically, like they are going out of their way to make sure they get Omega back, safely, right? They have hired bounty hunters. We don't know how many. I'm sure, come on. If they've hired many bounty hunters, Boba Fett's got to be one of them. So I'm just saying, I'm calling it now. I'm sure at some point we'll probably see Boba Fett in his official armor, in the animated world of things. I'm sure he'll show up just as we've seen Fennec Shan and Cad Bane, and I'm sure we'll see others. So, but here's the thing. I think they're going so out of their way to get her back that it definitely kind of touches on that question of like, well, what is so special about her? What else can she do? They must know something that, obviously we don't, right? So I'm curious, like, because they're going out of their way, this girl, even though she may not have an inhibitor chip, I think there's something within her that maybe she doesn't even know that she's capable of. And I think down the road, we're probably going to see that. But I want to hear from you guys. Touch on, like Xanatos, can you talk about kind of, I guess, what's your thought process of, with the Kaminoans trying to retrieve Omega? And again, these bounty hunters, man, who else besides Boba Fett, because obviously I'm rooting for Boba, who else do you guys think will show up, within the Bad Batch?
My first thought aside from Boba Fett would be Aura Singh. It's cool to see her again.
Yeah.
As far as Omega, I don't think she's necessarily force sensitive, but like I've said, I think she has some sort of empath ability or something. Because it's interesting that the Bad Batch is teaching her all these different things.
Yep.
Like she's going to become one combination of all of them.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, there's a wacky theory that she's going to be Phasma, and that's not true.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've seen. Yeah. And I think if you read books, you clearly will know that she's definitely not. If she turns into Phasma, then that's a waste.
Yeah.
I think there's something, and I don't say that to bash Phasma, but there was, I'll say this now that you brought it up. There was something I read recently where it was kind of like the way that Phasma was treated was similar to how Boba was in the original trilogy, where there's this badass character that really just didn't get a chance to do much, and they died stupidly. You know what I mean? So maybe 20 years later, they'll bring her back in some new series, but I think if you've read books, you learn that she is pretty skilled. But it's definitely not. It's not Omega. To all those believers out there that think Omega is Phasma, it is not. Are you live on YouTube? Yes, we are live on YouTube. We got my brother Nico and Xanatos 1138. Come and join us. We are live, and you can see my face. And if you guys have specific questions you want to ask them, as well as myself, come on over, open up another browser, and join the chat. So, yeah, Omega is not Captain Phasma, you guys, definitely. But I think, again, touching on this, and I've said it before, I'll say it again, there is obviously something special about her, and I think that's why the Kaminoans are going out of their way to get her back. She's the last resort, it seems like. But Xanatos, you said something. We're gonna get to Nico too. He's like, dude, will you shut up? Let me speak. Jeez.
Just woke up.
and I just got to hear this guy talk. We're gonna get to Nico, but Xanatos said something that I think is very important, and it's like I kind of realized it, but I didn't realize it until you said it. Where it was like, if you looked at the episodes, he's right. They kind of have, each character has taught her something new. Each character has taught her a different skill. You know what I mean? Like with Hunter, for instance, it was kind of she learned how to use a gun and, you know, kind of being resourceful. With Tech, you know, she's learned a lot of, you know, different skills, you know, behind the scenes and whatnot. And especially, you know, with Wrecker, you know, she learned to like disable some, you know, different things with bombs and whatnot. I think, yeah, we've seen that in this episode. So again, that's something to be said, and I feel like that will lead up into a conclusion point with her, where it's like, oh, we're able to see fully what she can do with everything that she's learned. But also, I think there is going to be that big moment where something's revealed about her capabilities. So, all right, I'm being quiet. Nico, take it away.
All right. I think it would be the ultimate, like, Kaminoan move to tell Omega everything about all the other clones. Like, all the inhibitor chips and anything, and then secretly put something in her. That's, like, the ultimate Kaminoan move. So, I'm very curious about, like, what you stated earlier with the bounty hunters and how Boba Fett could show back up.
Yeah.
This makes me wonder if Dave Filoni is going to try and sneak in the unfinished Clone Wars animation, where Cad Bane and Boba Fett actually finish a duel.
Yeah.
And this also showed me that that's really not canon now. A lot of people were wondering if that was canon, where Cad Bane gets shot and killed. Like, I don't think so now.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
Because, can some of you guys remind me, Star Wars lawyer, I'm backstage?
Chris.
Oh, is he here? I don't see him. He didn't pop up anywhere in the chat. Unless you guys see him anywhere. I don't know. It says I'm here.
I'm here. Oh, message. Chris.
Really? Where is he? Oh, I gotta scroll down. My bad. I'm so sorry, Chris. Hello. He's like, I've just been sitting here for the last 20 minutes, but it's cool. It's cool, man. It's cool.
I've only been here for a few minutes, so don't feel too bad.
Okay.
Okay.
I was wondering.
Just a little bad.
Nico, did you finish your thought, man? Did you want to finish up?
Pretty much, yeah.
That was my question going, and then we're gonna get to you, Chris, in a minute, because I want to hear. We'll rephrase everything we've been talking about. But going back to Cad Bane, can some of you guys remind me? Because I just don't remember what happened to him at the last time we seen him in Clone Wars. Like, where was his whereabouts? Do you guys remember? Because I can't remember.
Not exactly. The last thing I remember, the last Cad Bane discussion I had was about the unfinished Clone Wars episodes and if they were canon or not. So that's pretty much my last thing. So in the last unfinished Clone Wars episode, he has like a duel with Boba Fett.
That's right. Yeah.
He ends
Gotcha.
up getting blasted, and that gives, or he blasts Boba, but Cad Bane dies, I think, and that gives Boba his signature dent.
Right. That's what you were saying.
Unfinished animation, yeah.
Right.
So I wonder if they're like treading water back, or they're just like, we're eventually going to use this. And it's just like, Cad Bane's here, bounty hunters, end of season, Cad Bane dies. I would love it.
Yeah. Because, I feel like, honestly, when you think about Cad Bane's character, not to say, I mean, the galaxy is full of bounty hunters, but at the same time, when you have a guy that's up in the rise, I guess you would say like around this time, Boba Fett is kind of reaching a height in terms of his popularity during this time frame, I would say. You would wonder if they ever cross paths, and would that not be like a friendly type of thing? It's like, only one of us, can be the baddest in the galaxy. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I think that would be really interesting. And I wonder if that would answer questions as to like, hey, how come we haven't seen or heard anything of Cad Bane in, later projects? Maybe that's the reason why, but we'll find out. Anyway, enough. Chris, what's up, man? Star Wars lawyer is in the building. You guys, Lando himself. Make some noise. Good to see you, brother.
What's going on?
We're talking about Bad Batch, episode 8, the reunion. Ultimately, what did you think about the episode, man? What did you take away? Hey, and we were talking about you earlier. It was all good things, I swear. But you called this, and I know you know it. You called and you're like, I believe it's the Kaminoans that, have this hunt out, for getting Omega. You called it, and I was like, yeah, damn sure, it definitely was them. So pat yourself on the back. And number one, what did you feel about the episode? And who else do you think we're going to see show up in the Bad Batch in terms of bounty hunters?
So it's interesting because so I went into the episode. I woke up, I was looking at Discord, and so I'm in Element 7 and Chaco's Discord, and they both posted videos, and it was like, he's back, and I was like, all right, so this is either going to be a Crosshair episode or someone else is showing up. And then Disney Plus's little thumbnail, I was like, okay, so Crosshair's in this episode. And then when you had that Cad Bane at the end, I was just like, oh, okay.
Oh man,
man.
But it's interesting that, Nico, you brought up the Clone Wars deleted scene, because if you watch that, it paralleled that scene almost identically, except it just ends differently because Hunter didn't beat Cad Bane. So it looked like they just used that animation, just swapped out Boba for Hunter for Boba.
Interesting.
So it was really cool to see that. To answer your question about where the last time we see Cad Bane, the last time we see him in Clone Wars is at the end of the Racco Hardeen arc, where Obi-Wan went undercover and they kidnapped the Cancer on Naboo. That was the last time we saw him in Clone Wars. But the last time we see him in canon before this is in the Kanan comic book series that came out in 2015, where it's talking about a young Kanan, and he was paid by some separatist captain whose name eludes me to bomb the Jedi Temple.
Oh wow.
But we never see anything like that come to fruition. So obviously he didn't do it. Or else we probably might have heard about that just a little bit.
Gotcha.
But y'all were talking about how everyone's teaching Omega something, and it's true. She's being taught by each member of the Bad Batch at every episode. So it really gives into that theory that she's like all of the best of them. Like obviously she doesn't have Hunter's or Wrecker's strength yet, but she may be in a couple episodes she punches someone and they go flying.
I think it's definitely inching towards that. I feel like that's the next obvious thing, because I feel like, Chris, you called it, where it was definitely the Kaminoans who have hired, it seems like, multiple bounty hunters to go and apprehend Omega. But when I think of something like that, it's like they're going out of their way, like this is the last resort to get this girl back. So when you think of something like that, and during the time of the Empire taking over, that has to tell you, like, this girl must be a weapon. You know what I mean? So there's something else to her, that she knows that all the other clones have inhibitor chips, but I think she may have something similar that's going to get activated. And when that happens, we'll be able to see more of her full capabilities, which I think is going to be bonkers, man. It's going to be crazy. So aside from that, another thing I took away from this episode, there's this just lingering ominous feeling I feel when I watch the Bad Batch, and I've talked about this and mentioned it before in like a few other streams that we've done, where there's this feeling of transition, and by that, obviously, we're out of the Clone Wars, that's ended, but again, you have the clones, and then the transition from clone troopers to stormtroopers. But not just that, I think there's also this attitude that's also being played with that, because as you can see, anyone in the Empire, that you can tell they don't care anything for the clones. Like, they could give a rat's ass, and they're like, yeah, we'll just get our recruits. Like, we don't really care to do anything with them. And on the flip side of that, you see with the Kaminoans, you can kind of see where there's a little bit of this clash, where they're like, hey, our clones are more sufficient, they're going to get the job done. But at the same time, you see the Empire, like, they have their own agenda. Now with that, I want to hear from you guys on this, everybody that's here in our stream. In terms of that 100% transition which I think will happen at some point, where either it's going to be an execution style, or it's just like, hey, you're no longer needed. You guys are no longer sufficient in terms of, what the Empire needs, or do they just get filtered out, with other people coming in? What do you think happens to the clones when we fully go into Stormtrooper mode? I want to hear from all of you guys. Nico, why don't you kick it off, man?
All right. So, what I think happens to the clones? Probably the same thing we see happen to leftover droids and rebels.
Yeah.
they just kill them on sight, and that's just the order. Something I'm curious about is where is Rex? They had an interesting conversation about what he's doing and what's really best for them. Echo was like, we're soldiers, Hunter, we're supposed to be out there in the war. Which makes me think that they're probably not supposed to be where Rex is right now. There's a good reason. And that's all it might be. Leads way to my theory of how Rex ended up on that planet. They might just get stomped out before they can really do anything.
You're talking about Silos?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
They just might get stomped out before being able to really. Well, I don't think they have a chance. Star Wars isn't linear. We know where we end up, so it's terrifying for the good guys.
No, for sure. And this question, I can't wait to hear from the rest of you guys too, you two, because I think with this question, it's kind of like the interesting thing with the clones, they will follow orders, no problem. They're gonna be loyal to the Empire for as long as they can be. But I think the other part to that is, it's the Empire's attitude towards the clones that I feel like becomes worrisome. And I think, I guess with that, it's there's gonna be, I don't know, it's just a weird feeling. Something's not gonna go right. Ideals and there's gonna be some clash that's gonna happen. And I guess it would be the why. Why would they execute the clones unless there was some type of opposition? But it's still strange at the same time, because it's I don't really see the clones doing that. You know what I mean? I feel like they're gonna follow orders. That's what they do. But at the same time, they're gonna get fleshed out, and many of them are in hiding. So something's gonna happen. But again, I want to hear from you two. Xanatos, let me know what you think about this, man, in terms of the clones.
So I actually saw this theory in a chat last night. It made a lot of sense. If there's an Order 66 version, but for the clones.
Ooh.
And if they have chips in their head, they could probably somehow remotely short circuit them all.
Okay. All right. Yeah. That would be crazy. Now if they did that, then that would mean hey, if you guys, in that case, maybe that would be a reasoning for the Empire to not want anything to do with them completely. It's a possibility. Star Wars lawyer, what do you think, man?
Yeah, so what we know so far in canon is that the clones retired. So how we see that even though it's 20 years later, Rex, Gregor, Wolf still look rather old, despite only being in their really 30s, kind of 40s, depending on when they were specifically made. And so a lot of other clones were sort of just retired, and they weren't, old yellered, but they kind of just sort of became obsolete and irrelevant. Some clones we know were still in the Empire. They were training cadets like Crosshair is doing now. And they were, they still wanted to do military service, so that's how they did it. There was one clone, though, that lasted to the New Republic era. Well, before I get to this one, there is a clone that was a part of the detachment that found or that was looking for R2 and 3PO in A New Hope. It was a part of that.
Gotcha.
So that's a canon.
Oh, because they have the message from Leia. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That makes sense. Wow.
Yeah, and then there was CT-6116, who was pretty much frozen in stasis
Yeah. Yep.
After towards the end of the Clone Wars, and he was kept there up through the New Republic era.
Yeah. You and both you and Nico said something that definitely makes sense in terms of I guess just I don't know if I'm onto something with this or not, but I definitely could be. Where something about, you know, the physicality of the clones and how kind of their lifespan. I wonder if a part of it is maybe, again, I still feel this ominous feeling when I think about the Empire and just their attitude towards the clones. I think that's a legitimate thing. But at the same time, you know, biologically, you know, they kind of deteriorate faster, you know, than the regular human. So I wonder, you know, with both of those things in place, it's like, you know, the older they get, you know, which is pretty rapid, you know, a lot of these guys are probably just going to retire off. You know, and like Nico said, they're going to be like the battle droids. They're a fragment of the past, you know, that existed, you know, in the Clone Wars, and they will no longer, you know, I could definitely see like the Empire saying your service is no longer needed, you know, and kind of just pushing them out because, hey, if you're older and, you know, you're less efficient than our recruits, you know, we don't need you anymore. Your time, you know, was in the Clone Wars, which is gone and past. I could kind of see it being which is almost still a sad thing where, you know, these guys, they were created to fight. They were created to be in the war. And now, you know, they're just not needed anymore. They're just a thing that exists in the universe that was in a war in the past. You know what I mean? So I don't know. There's a lot to think about with that in terms of that transition for clones and whatnot. So I don't know. It's
hard to imagine anything less efficient than stormtroopers. Just regular basic stormtroopers. We're not talking about dark troopers or anything, but just, you know, the guy that ran into the half raised door in A New Hope, you know, like,
oh my God,
that is your cream of the crop soldier right there.
Yeah, man.
In that same movie, Obi-Wan's like, only Imperial stormtroopers can be this accurate with their shots. And they're just not. They're just terrible.
Oh my gosh. So we'll see what happens with that transition, but you know, that is something that that's something that I really felt. I don't know why watching this episode, I was like, I feel like we're going to see something with that transition. Let's we got some people in the chat that were asking a couple things, and I've missed. I'm always missing you guys' comments. I'm so sorry. Let's see. A few people are saying hello and hi. What else did I miss? I think okay, Nicole Evans, she says in the comics, one of the Jedi Order 66 was a thing, so they used the Jedi mind trick and treat everybody. What? I don't know if I understand your question. You saying like they use like Jedi use something on the clones? I'm not sure what you're saying. I don't know. Bro, go get a life. All right. Everyone's just commenting amongst themselves. Today is my birthday. Nice. Happy birthday. And by the way, again, to everyone on TikTok, we are live on YouTube as well. I have a bunch of friends from TikTok that join me every Friday. We got Star Wars lawyer, Nico Skywalker, and my boy Xanatos, 1138. So if you guys want to come over and you want to make friends and also ask all of us questions, you're more than welcome to. Nico and both Xanatos, they're both big on, you know, lightsaber stuff. So, I've seen a couple times, you know, through mainly like some of my old videos, you guys have had questions about saber stuff. So if you guys want to talk about saber stuff now, do a little Q&A, now's the time. You definitely want to talk to those two. They can probably answer some good questions for you guys. And then in anything Star Wars, really, man, the man, the myth, the legend is my boy Chris. Like, he's great. So especially if you're playing any like Star Wars video games, you're talking about Star Wars lore, cosplay, he is the man to go to. So yeah, we're all live on YouTube as well. Please do come over, open up another browser, and if you guys have questions for any of us, and if you guys want to see my face, you're more than welcome to come over to the chat.
I know what Nicole is talking about now.
You do?
Yes. Okay, so in I believe it's the Darth Vader 2015 run, there was a Jedi Padawan whose name was Farron Barr. He was the same species as C-10, the guy with like the horns that come out of his head.
Yeah. Yep.
And so he survived by being able to mind trick the clones. that had Order 66, so that's how he was able to escape. And he was recruiting Force sensitive people, but also people that had been wronged by the Empire in the early days. And so he was like forming a pseudo rebellion. What he did was he ended up tricking the king of the planet where Admiral Akbar is from. I can't think of it right now. Yes. To
Mon Calamari.
Yeah, to essentially start the rebellion in a way.
Yeah.
So to, pretty much broadcast like the brutality of the Empire to the galaxy. And then that it was going to be I think he had a vision where he said he saw the Mon Calamari ships were going to lead the rebellion. And this is like 15, 16 years before the start of A New Hope. So this is very
much earlier. Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I didn't even know about that. So thank you guys for bringing that up. That's crazy. Yeah. And you said that was in the Vader comics?
Yeah, it was in the Darth Vader, or I think it was in the first run. It was either first run or second run, because we're in the third right now.
Yeah. Who was it? Charles Soule. Yeah. He, by the way, Xanatos, that may be a more positive insight looking into Light of the Jedi. Charles Soule, he also did that first book for Light of the Jedi, and he did the Vader comics, which were just tremendous. And he's doing something else. So yeah, he's also doing the War for Bounty Hunters, the whole Boba Fett thing that I've been reading. So I love his writing. But that whole Vader thing, I watched all of those in audio comic form. I don't remember that. So damn, I need to go back and see if I can touch on that. But thank you guys for bringing it up. And then Nicole also asked, what are the other people's YouTube channels? I don't know if all of my other friends here have YouTube channels.
I have one. I just don't post.
Gotcha. Yeah. We are all on TikTok, and everyone there has massive and really cool platforms. So, Nicole, if you are on TikTok, I'll let them. Why am I talking for them? Y'all take it away. Y'all tell everybody what you do on TikTok, where to find you, so they can go and follow you guys. Anyway.
I'm Nico Skywalker. I make lightsaber videos. You can find me on TikTok at nico.skywalker. I spin a lightsaber every day.
Yes, he does.
And I still need to do it today.
Yeah. Yes. And I'm going to repeat that just so TikTok can hear it. My buddy Nico Skywalker. Many of you guys in my chat, you see him all the time. But if you guys want to know where to find him, he's one of my friends. If you will always see him spinning a lightsaber like crazy, and if you want to enjoy that, see some cool Star Wars content, and even go over there and ask him questions about lightsaber stuff. I mean, he can tell you all that jazz. So definitely go follow Nico Skywalker. And next, who will be next?
I'm a Star Wars lawyer. You can follow me, right there. That's right. That's the name. I do Lando cosplay, Jedi Finn cosplay. I have another cosplay that's on the way, and I talk lore and Star Wars and all that other fun stuff.
Yeah, man. My buddy Chris just spoke on YouTube, guys, telling you guys here on I can't see your face. Yeah, of course. So by the way, the next big goal for TikTok is like 500K. I know it's a big number, but I'm a guy who has big dreams and big vision, so I'm not showing my face on TikTok for a while. But YouTube, I don't care. But anyway, Chris, my buddy, Star Wars lawyer, he does a lot of cool Lando cosplay. He's done Finn and a couple other things as well. And he has a new cosplay that is coming to his page. And he talks a lot of Star Wars lore. So if you are, into that kind of stuff, you will have a good time. Trust me. Go and follow him on TikTok as well. And then last but certainly not least, we got my buddy Xanatos 1138. Take it away, brother. Take it away.
So I do lightsaber videos as well as some cosplay. I don't really spin quite as adeptly as Nico over there. So I try and make
Nobody
it more,
does.
I try and make it more
crazy.
more showy. Like there's more theatrics in what I'm trying to put on there. But I also do cosplays. I do duets of people, and I'm getting a Revan mask in about a week.
Oh, let's go. Dang. So let me repeat that for TikTok. My buddy Xanatos 1138, he's on TikTok as well. Be sure to follow his account. He does a lot of the lightsaber spinning stuff as well, cosplay, and he's got a Revan cosplay that's going to be coming to his page soon, and he does a lot of duets. So definitely go make friends, duet with him as well. If you guys are on TikTok, Xanatos 1138. That's spelled with an X, by the way. And you also are on Twitch, right? Just a little bit. Yeah, he's on Twitch as well. So be sure to check all of them out. And I mean, hey, if you guys have any other questions for any of us, you guys, like I said, you want to talk cosplay stuff, any other questions that or comments that you had about the Bad Batch, definitely is now you guys' time to ask in both chats. Someone said, I will watch that video. Oh, nice, Nicole. Yeah, definitely go and follow all of them if you guys are on TikTok. A Revan. Yeah, the Revan mask. It's going to be pretty cool. Let's see. I see all Nicole. Where is everyone?
I don't know. Hi,
just
Nicole.
scroll down.
Thank you for sticking around, though.
Right. I love it, man. Let's see. DadaLorian, can I have a gift on Fortnite, please? What? I don't even play Fortnite. I played it like, years ago, but I definitely fell off with it, man. Definitely fell off.
After all the Fortnite talk, I started playing Fortnite again, and they put in spaceships, so you can now shoot down alien ships.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Very.
Well, I mean, I like the animation, of Fortnite, especially with like the Star Wars stuff and the Marvel stuff is pretty cool. But I don't know. I played what was it? PUBG. I don't know if you guys remember that. I enjoyed that, and I like that concept. To me, the whole Fortnite stuff was like, this is just too cartoony. I still liked it. I like the seasons and kind of what they do and the whole premises of it. But I don't know. There was something about PUBG that was just like, this is enjoyable. Like if you're just kicking back with a buddy and jump out of a plane and go shoot some people, it was kind of fun, So, but I mean, you can still do that in Fortnite. So whatever. Someone asks, "What's your opinion on Rebels?" Oh yeah. Well, I'll share first, and then I'll let everyone else take that away too. But honestly, when Rebels first came out, I was one of those stupid people that was like, I'm not gonna watch it because it looks like it's too cartoony and it's not Clone Wars. I was one of those guys, so I was very silly, and I'm glad I changed and matured and gave it a chance. And I was like, oh my God, I actually almost like Rebels more than I do Clone Wars. It's strange. So I've grown to really love Rebels. And I almost would say, in terms of character-driven stories, I feel like there's things in Rebels that they do better almost than they do in Clone Wars. Clone Wars is very story arc-driven. You know what I mean? That we have multiple seasons, and there's different arcs that take place within that. So, I will admit there's been times in Clone Wars where I definitely fell asleep, like, maybe a couple minutes, because there's so many episodes. But I absolutely love Rebels. I would love to hear from the rest of my friends. What else do you guys think about Rebels?
So when I first started watching Rebels, I tend to forget sometimes that these things are geared towards kids.
Yeah.
And the first season, especially, they go out of their way to show you, there was an explosion, but the stormtroopers are okay.
Right.
But then you get past it. I actually just rewatched it recently, and I'm like, I can't believe it. I think I like this better than Clone Wars.
Yeah. Yep.
There's zero skippable episodes, but to me, Clone Wars has a ton of skippable episodes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. What about you, Lawyer? What do you think, man?
So it's hard for me to compare the two series just for the simple fact that Clone Wars is an anthology series, and like you're saying, Rebels is very character driven. We're focusing on these people specifically.
Yeah.
So there are stories on two different paths, and I was also like you. I didn't want to watch it because I was like, they canceled Clone Wars, so I'm boycotting you, Disney. Bring back Clone Wars. And then it was like, the end of season 1, I think someone says they're going to start watching it. But a certain person showed up, and I was like, all right, I got to watch. So I went back and watched it. So yeah, no, I love Rebels. It's a very fun time, and it makes you care about characters. And you're just like, okay, Dave Filoni.
And thank you for saying that too. I feel like you really can't compare them, because I think you and I both mentioned something like we're one. I feel like Rebels is definitely, it's more character driven in the sense of it focuses specifically on the Ghost crew and that set of characters, where in Clone Wars, yes, we still have that, but again, you have all these different arcs that take place, and in that there's these different moments where certain characters are more centralized, so it's kind of hard to compare those two different time frames. And another thing with Clone Wars, we're going to get to Nico's point of view on this too in a minute, but another thing with Clone Wars too is that you have to think about what it did. It was kind of one of those things that filled in a lot of gaps, at least I feel like, for the prequels, and answered a few different questions like, oh, this is what happened, oh, this is where they were when this, you know what I mean, like it definitely was set up to do that, I feel like, in a sense. But Nico, what do you think about Rebels, man?
I love Rebels. I can't tell Mando this, but it might be one of my favorite Star Wars shows. So
really,
yes, I sat down and watched Rebels, and I was honestly surprised how drawn into the crew, the characters. Chopper, I love Rebels. Like, there are some pieces of Rebels that feel like it's like, okay, this episode's a little slow, but for the most part, they always seem to find a way to wrap right back in, and we're just going with the Ghost crew.
Yeah, man. And surprisingly, it was also one of those things with Rebels. I feel like there were certain moments I was like, wow, they actually hit pretty hard, in terms of like those character moments and grief. And I'm like, wow, this is a kid's show, but it's so great, man. So yeah, definitely love Rebels. Someone else asks, when are you making the Mandalorian mask? That's going to be once we reach 10K on YouTube. So that's the big goal, the next milestone for YouTube. Once we hit 10K, for those who didn't know, I'm making 2 Mandalorian helmets. And I just want to do that because I'm great at foam fabrication. So that's the next big milestone. And by the way, Xanatos, did you share about Rebels? I think you went first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure. My brain is like zipping everywhere. But again, once we hit 10K on YouTube, then I will be making those Mandalorian helmets. And we also have t-shirts and a couple other things that are going to be coming. So we got to hit 10K first. My buddy Jonic, we're going live later on Instagram. Yeah, I'm totally down, dude. Me and Jonic, by the way, to all my friends here. So I think I told you guys about this. I'm not sure. But we're working on a cool animated project for the Mandalorian. So that'll be debuting in October, but you'll have a trailer for it here eventually. And of course, I voice Mando in the animation, which is going to be really fun. So keep your eyes open for that. Can you please show your face? No, but I am showing it on YouTube. So you're more than welcome to come over and say hi to all my friends, ask questions. There's probably a lot of people on here that you guys see on TikTok all the time. So definitely come on over and have fun with us. Did I miss any other questions?
I don't think so. Hold on.
I'm looking through. I think that's about it.
You actually had a Mando video yesterday, I think, and someone commented, "Hey, can you, if I put a bounty on Luke Skywalker for 1,000 credits, could you do it?" And you're like, "No."
Right, yeah. It's Luke Skywalker. What? That's a death wish, like any Skywalker. Like, what are you talking about, right? Yeah, man. It's so funny. I get so many questions in comments where people want me to like bounty hunt someone. I've put myself in this situation. I'm okay with it. I can live with it. But no one ever wants me to like, hey Mando, can you like go to In-N-Out with me? Can you go make this person's day? It's always like, no, I want you to go kill this person for me. Can you kill my dad? Can you kill? If someone asked if like their pet was on my bounty list, I was like, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with you guys?
Why would you want that?
All TikTok people, crazy.
Oh,
but yeah. I love it, man. So, I'm a Sith, Luke. What? Put the Mandalorian helmet on. I have headphones on and it's hot. I'm chilling, man. So yeah, I think that pretty much concludes our chat for today. Guys, once again, did you guys have anything else that you wanted to add to Bad Batch stuff? Oh yes, let's end on this note. Xanatos, I'm going to have you take it away on this. What do you think? And I asked this, and I know it can kind of be silly, but I think we can still speculate slightly. So Xanatos, I'll have you started off. What's coming next in terms of, like, what do you think's happening next episode for Bad Batch, given where we left off? And then the rest you guys can take it away.
I don't know about the next episode specifically. I think maybe they're going to go back to state and try and find Cad Bane, or maybe Fennec Shan makes an appearance. Yep. I'm most curious about if the engine the engine fire on Crosshair maybe fried his chip a little bit.
Oh yeah. Wow, why did we talk about this early? What the hell?
Either the flame or maybe the radiation.
Even the impact. I was watching it all. I was like, he got burned, smacked, everything.
Yep. That's right.
Not so hard the helmet came flying off.
Yeah. And is that breathing thing temporary? Or is that just like a med type thing, you know? Interesting. Yeah. Damn. Thanks, Xanatos, for bringing that up. I totally forgot about that. Because you're right. Like, there obviously physically that's gonna impact him, but I also wonder, like, did that, in the same line of what you're saying, did that do something with this inhibitor chip? Now, and here's another thing, I didn't mention this earlier. The episode is titled Reunion, but I think it played on multiple things. I don't know why I didn't mention this earlier, and I want to hear from you two about this too. But the episode was titled Reunion, and it perceives in a way where we're just thinking, oh, it's Crosshair, like, this is their time they're going to meet each other again. It's going to be a crazy epic battle. I think that was part of it, but not in its entirety. I think it was also kind of linked to Omega, and going back to the Kaminoans. I also think it was another thing with Cad Bane, where it was like, oh, now we were all hyped, to see him. So I think, the title, definitely speaks a lot, when we think about the episode. There was a lot that happened in terms of the reunion. I don't think it was kind of masked to kind of be just about Crosshair, but initially it wasn't. It was multiple things that kind of went into that, which I think is very interesting. Nico, with all of that in mind and going into like the next few episodes, what are you thinking, like, what's going to happen next? This is just theorizing. What do you think, man?
I hate theorizing about the Bad Batch.
I know, I'm sorry.
Every week, there's always a tweet. Oh yeah, you have no idea what's happening this week on the Bad Batch, and I'm like, well, what do I need to think?
Right.
It's like, but I'll throw in my speculations. Okay, this episode was pretty interesting, so we might have a little bit of a break. I was gonna say God, what was I saying? Kaminoans, like they split heads, like they're like, but maybe we'll start to see the building blocks of like a separation of ideas between those two Kaminoans, because it's very clear that one of them cares about Omega and the other one just cares about what she is,
the weapon, the asset.
Them. Yeah, it's like, we need Omega. It's like, yeah, we need Omega, but like she can get hurt. We don't care. Wait, what?
Right. Yeah. And Xanatos kind of mentioned that earlier too. Yeah.
Yeah. It's very interesting, and I hope. Well, I know we're gonna see more of it, but I hope it's like a revolution.
Yeah. Yeah. Something's gonna go down, and it's gonna be big for sure. Chris, what about you, man? When we're thinking about where we left off specifically in this episode, and then kind of going into the next episode, what are your predictions and theories?
Yeah, I think just building off of what Nico said, like the differences between Lama Su and Nala Se, with Lama Su is just like, we're trying to get back with the Empire's good graces. We need the money. That he's looking at that kind of survival, and Nala Se is looking at it like she cares about Omega, so I don't think she trusts the Empire, so maybe I'm still holding out for a Kaminoan rebellion and the Empire just wiping them out. And I think that's going to be interesting, seeing the clones turn on other clones, and it'll be interesting. So I think we'll probably see Fennec Shan come back I think she's going to catch up with them on Ord Mantell when they go back there. And they're going to be like, who hired you? And blah, 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 blah. Because, Fennec Shan's still trying to get her ways in so she can take out Cad Bane.
Yeah.
That'd be another thing. And going back to the Boba Fett Cad Bane thing, that could still technically happen because if they put it out there to whatever bounty hunter wanted it, you could still have that fight happen as animated, and Boba Fett could just be like, all right, now I'm taking the child. She's mine now.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I really very much hope so that we will see Boba Fett at some point, make an appearance in the Bad Batch. I don't think it's a far-fetched thing. I'm sure that we will at some point, but I guess we'll just have to keep watching. So yeah, thank you guys so much for bringing that up. I was like, I'm surprised we didn't talk about that earlier, but yeah. And again, my theories, I guess, going into the next episode and kind of where we left off is, it was kind of one of those things you kind of knew was going to happen at some point. Similar with like Grogu and when you watch The Mandalorian, you like, in season 2, there was that moment where they were on the hunt. There was a bounty out essentially for them, to get the child, from Moff Gideon. So you knew at some point, like, it was gonna happen. Like, yeah, Moff Gideon's gonna get the child. We all knew that was a point that was coming. And I feel like with watching the Bad Batch, it was kind of a similar thing. Like, at some point, the stakes are gonna get raised. Omega at some point is going to get separated from them. So I kind of felt that was coming. I just didn't know when. In terms of like what to expect next, from my point of view, I think, again, like I think you guys kind of covered it. I think there is going to be a two-way split between the Kaminoans where, one knows what she can do and kind of the weaponize, of Omega. Like I think they want to weaponize her and activate that and say like, hey, this is our last resort. Let's use that. And I feel like the other Kaminoan is like, they actually do care, for her character and kind of want to keep her safe. And I don't know if that will be her like apprehending her and bringing her back to the Bad Batch. I guess we'll just have to see. But yeah, I don't know, man. And again, I like what Nico said. It's like, theorizing kind of sucks because again, we just don't know. You just gotta watch and enjoy the freaking ride, enjoy the roller coaster.
Mephisto.
So yeah, right. It's Mephisto. He's behind it all, man.
All right, I just came up with a crackpot theory while I was sitting here. Okay, are you guys ready? So the Kaminoans want Omega because she is the last piece they need to controlling the clones. That's my 1% theory.
Ooh, interesting. Nico, for those on TikTok, Nico says that the Kaminoans need Omega because she's their last resort to controlling the clones. It's a theory. It is a theory.
It's a theory.
Yeah.
I would just be very surprised if the Kaminoans didn't have, like, this is their backup plan, but I'd be very surprised if they didn't have another, because why would you create these thousands upon thousands upon thousands of soldiers, like perfect soldiers for these people, and not have a backup in place for, if they turn against you?
Yeah. Yep. I'm not giving up on my thought, and I mentioned this, much, meetings ago where we've talked about these episodes, where don't forget that first episode, they had a dead Jedi, that was on Kamino. I don't think that was just for any reason alone, like just some random Jedi. You know what I mean? Like, I know there's a lot of stuff that takes place on, but I think there's a lot of intentionality, and they definitely zoom in on that, so we could see that lightsaber hilt, and we could see that it was a dead Jedi on Kamino where they make clones. So I think that touches on something where it could bring full circle, like what you were saying, like, why wouldn't they have another contingency plan other than just this child? I'm sure Omega is super like OP and we just haven't seen it yet. But at the same time, I'm willing to bet you maybe there's like some, I don't know, monstrosity type of thing that they built that probably will go wrong. And what if it's like Omega versus this last resort type of a thing? Like, I don't know. I could see something like that happening. If I predict that and it happens, holy shit. But I'm
Also,
just
where
saying.
did that body go? Where were they taking
Right.
the
Yeah,
body?
right.
They took it to the hangar.
Like they had it covered. It was on a stretcher. Like,
Yeah.
I'm still like curious.
Yeah.
Everyone's like,
Like,
it didn't mean anything. I'm like,
Yeah.
why
So-
was it covered? Because, like, we've seen dead bodies on the show before. So,
Yeah.
you know, it wouldn't be anything to just show them just carting off a dead body. So why
Yeah.
did you cover it? Did they
Yeah.
do something to it? You know? It's like, you
I've
see
heard-
what you've done to us, David Christopher Filoni? You've seen what you've done.
Now, I've heard other theories. I know I've seen other YouTubers talk about it. I've seen other tweets about this. This could be very far-fetched, but there is an idea that was played with where, you know, damn it, why am I blanking out on his name? Force Unleashed. What's my guy's
Star
name?
Killer.
Yeah, Star Killer. There's an idea that, you know, what if this is their way of canonizing, you know, a character like that? Because again, you know, he could be there very momentarily and you kill him off. But the thing is, you know, there's so many different clones. You know, you can make another clone of his character at some point in the future, down the road. So it would be a fun idea. I don't know if they would ever do it, but I've seen theories that suggest that it could be that way. So I don't know. Mando, what is your Twitter? Don't go to my Twitter. It sucks, man. I tell you guys this all the time. My Twitter sucks. My Instagram is cool. TikTok is awesome. YouTube is fantastic as well. I don't know how to tweet. Like, I know how to tweet. That's not what I'm saying. But, like, it's the community aspect of Twitter I just don't get. Maybe I'm just behind in it, you know what I mean? But sometimes it works for people and sometimes it doesn't. So, I don't know. My Twitter is pretty boring. But if you want to go there, it's just DadaLorian. So, you're more than welcome to. But, hey, yeah, I'm not stopping you guys. If you want to go to my Twitter, you're more than welcome to. I just feel like the engagement. I just don't know how to, like, find, you know what I mean? Like on TikTok,
Yeah.
you know, there's a community you can engage with. On Twitter, I feel like I'm still learning how to do that. But if you want to check it out, you're more than welcome to. Tell me it or I'll blow up Grogu. Wow, that's a threat, man. Yeah, it's just
That's real
DadaLorian.
quickly.
Right, I know.
Like, gosh.
So yeah, good chat, guys. I think that's pretty much all I had. Any other? What's my YouTube? DadaLorian. We're live over there right now, so definitely go over and subscribe. And you know, I always talk about goals every day. You know, when I go live, so I'll do that before we end. The next milestone for TikTok, for me, I want to push to 500K. That's a big milestone, but that's one thing that I want to do for TikTok. And then the next big milestone for YouTube is getting to 10K. I think it was Nicole Evans. You asked earlier, like, how I made my Mando cosplay. So there were pieces of it that were 3D printed, such as like the helmet and the shoulder pads. That's and like the, you know, wrist pieces. That was all 3D printed. But I still had to do the work in terms of like sanding, painting, all that fun jazz. Everything else I had to do out of PVA foam and piece together myself. So I know how to do foam fabrication. So once we get to 10K subscribers on YouTube, I will be making 2 Mandalorian helmets. I will finish them up and I'll give them to you guys, you know, for free. It's going to be 2 of my followers. So could be you. You just never know. So yeah, but we have to get to 10K first on YouTube. That's the next big goal and milestone. So all of my TikTok people definitely help you boy out. And let me be a fresh source of Star Wars content for you guys on the YouTube platform. And again, follow my friends that are here in the live stream. They all do some amazing content. You know, all of us. I just thought about that. We're like all cosplayers. We all tend to. I really don't talk much lore. I think that's more of Chris's style for sure. But you know, every now and then, you know, I'm always here on the channel. Yes, I will, you know, dive into a little bit more of the lore stuff, but that's more of Chris's thing on TikTok. I think Nico even has his moments of doing that as well.
I started out as a lore channel, believe it or not.
Yeah. No, I do. I remember your early videos where it was a lot like that, and then you dove straight into cosplay and then kicked off from there, man. Xanatos, I know you talk. I think we're all very similar in different ways, but it's all Star Wars content. You know, where it's cosplay, it's lore, it's a little bit of everything, which is pretty fun. So.
I love talking lore. So I mean, if anyone wants to spark a conversation on TikTok, I will definitely I will definitely go there.
Yeah, man, absolutely. So definitely, please go follow all of them. Someone said voice reveal. How do I do that? How do I do that? I don't even know anymore. Do you love animals? Yeah, I do. I do love animals. And did I miss any other questions in the chat? Is Grogu sleeping? No, Grogu is not sleeping. Grogu is watching Blippi on YouTube. If anyone knows who that is, I love you. That must mean
I have a question.
Yeah.
My nieces watch that.
What is that cardboard cutout behind you, and does it have a hat on?
Yes, that is. You should know who that is. Nico.
Yeah, no,
that
I
is
was like,
Luke,
wait,
Luke Skywalker
with a hat.
with one of my DadaLorian hats on.
I had a
Funny
DadaLorian
story.
hat.
I don't know if I told you guys this how I got it, but it was at a candy store. I wasn't there by myself, just randomly shopping at a candy store. It was with work. I took a student that I work with, and we went. It was a really dope. It was called Buzz something. I can't remember, but it was dope. It was really cool candy store, and they had this cutout. They have the Slave Leia cutout and a Stormtrooper. They were all on sale, so instantly, forget the candy. Like, that's my candy. I was looking at all of those, and then I told my wife, I was like, at first I debated on getting the Leia, just for nostalgic purposes. She was in her Slave Leia outfit. I thought it looked cool, and she was like, "You made the wise choice, Padawan, to get Luke Skywalker instead." So, but I got it, really cheap. It was awesome, and yeah, I don't even know how I fit it in the car, but it was really cool. So, yeah,
There's a will, there is a way.
Yeah, man. And again, I keep telling you guys this, like, I don't know why I keep mentioning this, like, you guys live in state and I could get you guys to help me move, but we're going to be moving into our house very soon. So my entire setup is going to change, and I think it'll be fun to kind of do a behind the scenes video of that, to kind of show you guys how I really want to set things up, specifically like for my Funkos and lighting and artwork, all that stuff, man. It's going to be really, really fun. So eventually that's going to be changing here very, very soon. So I'll keep you guys updated. But yeah, moving sucks, but it's also fun when it's like you're moving into your house that you own. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be really fun. So coming very soon. Other than that, any other thoughts from my friends? Did I miss any comments? We're looking good. Yeah. I think that's it. That's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Again, follow all of my friends on TikTok. They all do some amazing stuff. And be sure, all of my TikTok people, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. We're live over there right now. Yeah, we do live. I do live streams every single day. And with my TikTok buddies, we're live every Friday for any and every, Star Wars, show or content that's coming out. This group of people, you'll always see us. Erin, she wasn't able to join us today. I'm sure she probably had something going on. Hopefully, I didn't miss her. Oh my God, that would suck. You know what I just thought about? Oh my God. I just scrolled down and I was like, there could have been a person there. There really could have. There really could have been a person there, and I would have never known. And she's like, well, screw you, man. I'll talk to you next week. So, Erin, if you're watching this, we missed you. I'm sorry. Hopefully I didn't ignore you. Hopefully someone else in the chat would have seen. She would have messaged. I think she would have messaged us like the rest of you guys did. So, and everyone got the email, so we should be fine. But anyway, we'll see you next week, Erin. Hopefully you can join us. Other than that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end here on TikTok. You guys have been amazing. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you. Oh, by the way, before I end here, and I want to tell Chris this, I'm going to be playing Jedi Outcast 2. So okay. I just started playing that. I'll probably go live on TikTok later if you want to join and help your boy out, because I was struggling immediately. So I can use your guidance, Jedi Master.
Wait, did you hear my pitch to Disney on how to remake this game?
Yes, no, I did, and I thought that was brilliant. Instead of just like doing a refurbished version of it, why not, do something? I mean, update it essentially, but give us like some new content with it. I think that would be great. Absolutely, man. So, and you mentioned something, by the way. I keep saying I'm going to end, and then I get like another idea that I'm going to talk about. So just bear with me, guys. And this goes to everyone that's in our chat here. In terms of our stream, I have an idea, and it kind of got birthed out of what Chris, you're doing like a cool like collab type video I know that you're planning to rework like you did one before, and then you want me to stand in as Rex. But I've had this idea in mind. How could we do a TikTok Star Wars movie? Like, how could we do that amongst us creators and many other ones? You know, and I think it would be, I think there would be something very unique in terms of doing a collective where, say, this is an idea I've been playing with. Just listen to me here, right? Just listen for a second. So what if we wrote out a script? You know, we have this idea and it's like, all right, so Nico, here's a few videos that you're going to create on your page, right? And then perfect. Then Xanatos, he duets those videos in response, you know, in character. And then perfect. Chris duets Xanatos video in response. And it's like this huge collective. And I put it all together in terms of like a scene by scene type of, I don't know, short movie or something on YouTube. I don't know. I've been trying to play with it and make a fun event for TikTok specifically, like doing a Star Wars TikTok movie. But I'm just trying to play with but initially that would be kind of like the premises is like everybody that's kind of in our circle, and then we can reach out to others as well, kind of plays a part in this, and it's specifically on their page, but all of that's brought together for this big one thing. I think would be kind of cool. So an idea, if you guys are interested, that's something I've been thinking about, but I feel like we definitely should do something like that. So let me know what you guys think. An idea.
I think that's a good idea. My mind is racing with
right.
how to do it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I've been thinking about like stuff like that because for a while people have been messaging me, if Disney doesn't hire you, you need to make a fan film.
Right.
Like,
yes.
I'm just like, all right.
Yeah.
I'll think about it. So I'm down.
Xanatos, what do you think, man?
I think it's a good idea. Yeah.
All right. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Fan films, I mean, again, someone says, show your face immediately. No. I am live on TikTok. I'm live on TikTok. So if you guys do want to, I'm live on TikTok. What am I talking about? I am live on TikTok and I'm live on YouTube. So if you do want to see my face, plus friends from TikTok, we are live over there. So definitely come over if you want to get a last minute question in and glimpse at my face, because I won't be showing it on TikTok for quite some time. So anyway, in terms of fan films, that's another big thing that I want to bring to the YouTube channel. I've done some small scale stuff before on the YouTube channel that was not Star Wars related. But that's one of the bigger things that I do want to do the further we go in terms of numbers and growth on YouTube specifically, is doing more bigger budget stuff. I know for YouTube, it's like, bring it, go all the way in for sure. You know, because fan films, man, they are nothing to be slept on these days for sure. So, you know, again, the higher up we go, you know, that's something that I definitely want to cater to, is doing some fun stuff for that. Specifically for The Mandalorian, I have some fun ideas that I would love to do. Can you click on my name? You make me a mod. Oh yeah. How do I do that? I forgot.
There should be 3 dots by their name. I think when you tap the name and then there's like 3
Add a
dots.
moderator.
Or manage.
There you go, Jonic. I just did it. Thank you, Nico, for guiding me. Can you say hi, Chloe? Hi, Chloe. This is the way. You know what I get asked a lot too, and then I promise you I'm gonna end. I swear. I get asked to do the Mando voice, and like, how do I do the Mando voice? And I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I learned this from Pedro Pascal himself. He said it's a bedroom voice, you know, so it's very sensual, and that's it. That's all I do. So and you know, TikTok, you can do different voice modulators to give that effect. So for me, it's like, you know, I speak very calm, very like, you know, I'm in bed with you and we're cuddling, and you can feel like my facial hair on your cheek, and it's very warm, it's very cold, but you can tell that you can have that Beskar feel. You can smell the Beskar in my voice. That's how I do it. Can you guys feel that? That's how I do it. And then add the modulator on, the panties drop, man, and that's it. And that's how I do it. That's how I do the Mando voice.
It's all in the power of the voice.
Yes. Oh, Chris knows. His voice is like gold, man. Oh my
I need
God.
Chris to narrate some more Darth Vader comics.
Yes.
That's what I need in my life.
Dude, you should really consider that. Or I may even have to.
Chaco and I are working on something.
Really?
Yes.
So, here's another idea that comes to mind, and I would love to talk to you guys about. I keep saying I'm going to end, and I never do, because other ideas bring about. So, you guys know I do comic book reviews, and I've seen other, audio comic folks who do some great stuff out there. But I think something I've always wanted to do was do a read along, but it's like in character. So you have multiple people who are like essentially reading for a character in the comic, so it could still maybe it's not even a review, but it's like, we're reading for specific characters for comics of Star Wars. I think that might be kind of a fun thing, an idea I've been tampering with. So if you guys are interested, I would love to chat about that down the road. I was like, that might be a fun idea. So if you're wanting to utilize your voice in a fun way, that could be, something that we could do, here on the channel. Because it's something I love the comics, but I want to spice it up the way I've been presenting them. And I think that could be a fun way to do it. So if any of you guys are interested, like, hell yeah, let's do it. It'd be fun to have you guys voice characters, for like reading, the comic. So that's an idea. So I'll let you know.
That'd be awesome. I got this mic. I need to talk more.
Nico's, this is Jonic says, sorry, Nico, I can't save you and do mouth to mouth because of COVID. Sorry. What? Nico's just gonna have to deal with drowning in my terrible dad jokes.
Okay, I went to the chat and I said, save me. Johnny's first response was, what's wrong, Nico? You need mouth to mouth. And I just was like, well, okay.
Jonic is so out there, man.
Okay.
Can I be a mod? Maybe. Who is that? Oh, gaming guide.
Star Wars guide.
A Star Wars guide in the chat?
Yeah, in YouTube chat.
Is he on TikTok or YouTube?
YouTube.
What? Really? Dude, we miss you, man. I miss that guy. Like he's by the way, everyone please go check him out and follow his page as well. He's
Star Wars guide,
great friend of ours, great content creator. He just got a new job, which has been like consuming life, but it's also awesome. It's a transition. I know how that is. Trust me, I do. There were moments last year I had a job where I worked 10-hour shifts and got 3 days off and was completely exhausted, had to learn so much new stuff. So I know how that is, but he's doing great over there, and eventually he'll be coming back to join us and pop in on the live. So it'll be great to have you come back. He says, hey guys, sadly my lunch is over, but I wanted to stop by and tell you all that I miss being on the show with you. Much love. Have a great Friday. We miss you too, man. Go and I hope you enjoyed your lunch. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed your lunch. We all miss you, man. I am the real bounty hunter. Do you want to challenge me? Have fun. What? What? I always get this daily, guys. This is what I deal with in my comment section. Not to break the reunion, but I don't know who Star Wars Guide is. So yeah, well, I just told you, go follow him on TikTok. Go follow him,
Star Wars Guide and find out who he is.
Yeah, no, John, it's so cool. Because if you think about like all of our friends and everyone that's kind of connected in our circle, a lot of us are very similar in the sense of, number one, being Star Wars fans, but a lot of us do a lot of lore. A lot of us do a lot of cosplay stuff. And I think you're going to get a lot of that, especially on Star Wars Guide's, TikTok page. That's kind of his whole shebang. He does a lot of Star Wars lore. But again, a lot of us are so similar, but in different ways of how we present that information, which is just so fun. So Qui-Gon Jinn says hello. Hello, my friend. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, I swear I think I'm done now. Did you guys have anything else?
Nah, I'm out.
To the table? None. I'm really playing with that idea of doing the whole TikTok Star Wars movie, and I have to incorporate all of you guys plus many other people. I think it would just be something really unique, and I'm trying to figure out the best way to present it. Where again, it's like this collective of duets, but there's an ongoing story. I think that's what I'm trying to say. So figuring out a cool story and how to make that work for everyone, but I think bringing it all together, you know what I mean? So where everyone who follows you guys, they get to see what you do on your page. Oh, and then that connects with Star Wars Lawyer. Oh, that connects with Nico Skywalker. Oh, that connects with Dark Choco. Oh, that connects with me. You know what I mean? I think that's so cool. And then if we can put it on, you know, like my channel, other people's channels as a huge collective, I think it would be a fun type of celebration thing. And maybe we work on it and we don't present it until we all reach certain numbers, you know, on TikTok, for instance. Like, hey, this is a celebration for you guys. We have a goal in mind. So once we reach goals on all of our pages, then it's like, boom, we're going to release a trailer for this. And, you know, initially release the entire project, I think. I don't know. Ideas I'm thinking about. So I'll keep working on it and I'll get back to you guys. But other than that, much love. I'm officially ending on TikTok. I will see you guys later. This is the way. And I'm going to go ahead and end here on YouTube as well. Guys, it has been a great stream. It has been a really fun stream. So anyway, Star Wars Lawyer, if you're up for it later and you want to help your boy out when I go live, probably like later afternoon if you're around on the top. I'll probably play some Jedi Outcast 2 because I was struggling when I first put it on, as always. So I was like, I need my boy here on the live stream. So that would be much appreciated. So much love to you all. I will see you next Friday. Peace.
All right. Peace.